Hello and welcome everyone. I am Linda Israel and thank you so very much for being here at my live stream on YouTube. I go live every Monday at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time unless I'm on vacation or something else comes up, but generally I'm live or I have a premiere video that you can come and watch. If you're watching this as a replay after the live stream has ended and you're on a computer, you can look for the little gear at the bottom of the screen and change the speed. If you're on a mobile device, generally the three little dots at the top, you can use those to change the playback speed to get through it a little faster, because generally my live streams last around 2 to 2.5 hours. I want to thank Robin for being my moderator and administrator and note taker throughout the live stream. She is generally my one right hand woman, if you will, and I am so thankful to have her. She also is an administrator of the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. Occasionally, if she's not available, one of the other administrators will come over and help me, or a friend will help me moderate the video today. If you have questions, please feel free to put those in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those questions. If I don't see it, please ask again. Or if you know the answer to somebody's question, please answer it. Hey, if you have a YouTube channel, please feel free to share with us by saying, hey, I have a YouTube channel and this is what I do on it. You won't be able to share a link, but you can at least talk about your YouTube channel. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you are having a great day, let us know. But honestly, we don't want the negative, what is going on in the world right now, because we are here to escape that, to be inspired, to be friendly, and have some fun. During the live stream, you have an opportunity to earn junk bucks. You can type !bucks to see how many that you have once Junkie Joe is up, because this is preliminary and I've pre-recorded this. Once you have 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those by typing a ward and you can get a $10 off coupon to my shop. How do you earn junk bucks? Just by being here, chatting with us. So make sure that you speak up in the chat so that Junkie Joe registers that you're here, and by playing the in-chat games, and then also whenever you make donations. Occasionally I have raffles. In fact, right now there should be Junkie Joe coming up. You can type !raffle just as that says, and you can enter the raffle to win 200 junk bucks. If you make a donation during my live stream, do go over to my website at lindaisrael.com. You can see the name scrolling across the bottom here, and create a user account. Once you've created a user account on my website, make sure that you use the contact me form and say, hey, my name is on YouTube and I donated, and then I can get you added to the YouTube donator membership on my website. What does that do? Well, a member of my website in the YouTube donator membership gets 5% off orders in my shop, gets several digital downloads for free, and during the live stream when you donate, you get a chance to win the journal that I raffle off at the very end. Throughout the live stream, I will have different raffles giving away prizes. If you will type !raffle when you see those come up, then you can have a chance to win those items. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Thank you so much for being here today. When the video is over, come back and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about today's video, or if you have questions and you're watching this as a replay, use that comment section down below. Also, look in the description box to links to the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, as well as By Linda Israel, my Instagram, Twitter, my website, and generally I try to update the products that I use, and those links are in the description box as well. All right, well, let's get started.
Why is it coming on? Goofy computer, thank you! We have sound now! Robin texts me, we can't hear you! Oh dear. Hello and welcome! How are y'all? I hope you are well. Can you hear me now? Oh, am I still not loud? Okay, there we go. All right, the text that was really behind, and I was like, wait. Oh, dear. Woohoo! Well, I hope you are well. It's been a busy week here. So I hope you guys are doing well and having a great week. We've had some weather. So if you've had some weather wherever you live, I hope you're staying safe and being weather aware. So yay! Alrighty, so hello, if you would, speak up in the chat, say hi. I'd love to know who is here today, whether you be one of my faithful followers or a new person that hasn't been here before. Do feel free to ask questions, y'all. Alright. Now I have to repeat all that. I did, Julie. Okay, so I am working on the Planetary Wanderlust kit, and this time it's the planner kit. I didn't design a cover. I had intentions to do so. In fact, Jennifer, I don't know if I'm going to use it on this one or not, or if I'm going to make it for my own personal use. Jennifer, Robin, and I went to a discount store that's here in Oklahoma that's associated with Hobby Lobby. And she looked down, she goes, look right there, look. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? I'm here, I'm looking, what am I looking for? And she goes, right there. And I was like, oh, how cool. So it's a bandana that is a space theme. It's kind of childish is what I would call it. Andrew said that when I brought it home. It's kind of childish, but I figured if I cut it into smaller pieces, I'll make a cover to go with my Planetary Wanderlust journal that I am going to have for myself. So I got to see Jennifer and Robin in person. We had lunch last week. So thank you, ladies, for hanging out with me for a couple of hours. And then we went to the discount place. Alrighty, so I've got the Planetary Wanderlust planner pages. And this is the cover that comes in the kit whether you get a digital or the printed kit. I don't have very many printed kits that'll be going out, but you can get this as part of the digital. And even though it is a subscription, the last subscription will come out in October. So you've got several months to get this subscription worked on and then be prepared for when it renews. And then I believe in 2024, I will no longer be doing subscription boxes. I may do some creative kits, but I don't think I'm going to do any more subscriptions. All right, so there's the cover. This is the label. So when the video started, that picture that was up there on the right hand side, that was the label that comes with the planner kit. And I took some washi tape and covered up where it says planner kit. And right here is Calico Collage's design. I cut it apart, or I would have left it intact, because there were other images that I wanted to use. So I just glued that down as a pocket on. My nose is itching, excuse me. Yeah, I'm glad you had fun. So I made a pocket out of that. This is my journal quartet number 2, and there's 4 different fonts that say journal. This is the Mystic Moon Phases rubber stamp that I stamped on there. And this is a coffee dyed piece of cardstock. It's a heavier piece of cardstock. So that's going over there. This is another one of the label pieces, and it says, you know, what's the contents of the kit. And so I covered that up with a stamped image. Some people wish upon stars. Others go out and make their wishes come true. In the back, I've got one of the kit journal cards. I may have had it upside down. I can't tell. No, this goes away. And then I made a little journal. I had a piece of cardstock here on my desk. And this is a paint chip. I don't know if you can see the color information here. And I just stamped over it and then layered it on top. And then I have this paper that's pre-cut in my stash. So I just used a few of those. So that's going to be the cover. And I'm getting to this first, rather than doing the normal way, which is I go through all of the pages first. I wanted to show you this thing that I made. So I've got it paper clipped here to be attached to the first page in my journal. I need to talk to Norella about this for the next kit. I'd like your opinion. When you open your journal, so let's get the journal page here, or the journal cover. So when you open your cover and it's a planner, do you want a blank page, or would you rather that the calendar in a glance was right there on that first page? Because when she designed this, it's designed that when it's printed, it's on the left-hand side. Well, it needs to be on the right-hand side if you want it to be the first page, or you have to do something like, you know, paste it in differently. So I'd love your opinion. Would you rather have the glance right here, or is it okay that it's the second page in the journal? There will not be a Christmas box. It's going to be music this year. Music. Music, music, music. So I took one of my mixed media papers that I made, where I sprayed some Tattered Angels. I think I used some Distress Oxide in the background, and then I splattered some white paint, and then I did some embossing, and it's a blue glitter embossing powder. And so I'm making that into a pocket. It's rather deep. So this one is 3.5 inches by 5.25 inches, if you were curious. I made it just big enough to hold my little folio that will be in there. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I thought music instruments, and then I'm picking out some flowers. So I'm trying to decide what kind of flowers. I've picked out some, what are they called? Oh, orchids. And I can't remember what the other flower that I picked. I picked out a couple of flowers that I think I want to use in the kit to make it really pretty. Good. Thank you, Heather. You like the blues? Well, this was made, using the Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist that I have. Okay, so there's my pocket. This comes in the subscription or the planner kit. So I'm thinking, I think it goes this way. And then I happen to have here on my desk some cheesecloth that was sprayed. So I'm trying to decide, do I want just a little piece of that? I kind of feel like I do. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this. And then I'm going to do a little squiggle of glue here. And lay that in top of it. Kind of use my acrylic block to push it down into the glue a little bit. Clean that off. And this is going to go on top. Like so. I'm going to get a big acrylic block and just set that on top of it for a moment. And I think I want this sentiment. Do I want to put it right in the middle? I can't decide if I want to cover that up. Or maybe instead we'll put it on this piece. That's what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to hold that down for a moment. So in this pocket, I've made a little folio, if you will. So this is a piece of, all things, a paper sack. Okay? That was just a paper sack that I had already cut up. In fact, I have a couple others here. I was going to make journals out of it, and when I started messing with it, I had some watercolor paper in here, and the watercolor paper was too thick, so I've actually been deconstructing these and using them, but this was just a piece of paper sack, grocery sack. I love the TARDIS blue. Oh, did I show y'all my nails? They're kind of a blue-purple iridescent. You envision vines in the music kit, Robin says. You have an Ivy stamp set. Yep. Okay, so then here's another painted page. And I think I'm just going to glue the sentiment, which is, for my part, I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars make me dream. That's Vincent van Gogh. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. I do my own nails. Nails! All right, so I'm just going to put this right up here at the top. And I'm keeping you in suspense of what the other side looks like, aren't I? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready for the big reveal? All right, so here was my thought. I thought it would be kind of handy to have a little booklet that you could put in the front of your planner, and then you can grab out of here whenever you're planning things, some of these elements. And I forgot to stamp a couple of them, but the idea is I have the days of the week rubber stamp, goals, a reminder. I don't know if I did these two. I didn't do these two this time. And I did this little taped note. I didn't do the train shake. Normally I do, but I don't think you necessarily go a train to the space, maybe. Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you. So here's what I did. I took a strip of paper and cut it at let's see, what did I cut it at? 1.5 inches, the length or width of my element that I wanted to glue it to. And then I folded it in half so that it was half the height here. So you see that these are 3/4. Let me get my ruler. 3/4 of an inch in size. And then I stamped all the little labels, and then I went back in and stamped the words and put those in here. Stamped the little notepad. And then I made little envelopes because I was afraid that some of these things would fall out. So I took some wax paper. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I took some wax paper, and I've showed you the technique of making this little envelope. If I need to do that today, speak up in the chat and I will show you how I made this out of wax paper. And I punched out some stars out of some glitter paper and put those in there and close that up so that those would be handy. And then here I should have saved some of them, but I may use them today. Little stars. Maybe you want to put a star next to something that you're planning. And then I had this scrap of paper left over because I made those little journals and I had just a little bit left over. So I just made some simple punched tabs. I have a tag punch that I've had for, I don't know, 20 plus years. And I just punched those. And then I used some scripts, I can't get my words out, some scraps of waxed linen thread and tied it into a knot. This was another paper that was laying on my desk. I thought, well, it might be handy when you're planning to kind of act like a sticky note where you could stick it down and write something on it and would stick out because it's different than everything else in your planner. And then here I made a, please show, Leah says, okay, I made another envelope to hold some of the longer words, so that if I wanted to add those while I was working in my journal, I would have all those. All right, so I had one person that wants to see those. So I'm going to show you how to make the little envelopes. And then this is just going to go right here, and it'll be the first thing in the journal. I'll put this over here for now. Oh, I know what else I wanted to do because I knew it was going to take a while for the glue to dry, with paint to dry. So I've got some tulip dimensional glitter paint, and I thought I would just kind of come in here and add some sparkle to the cheesecloth. Okay. All right. Another name is parchment paper, Julie. Another name would be parchment paper. So I have some waxed paper here. And what I'm going to do is, I don't like this paper cutter, but we're just going to make it work. It doesn't always tear. There it goes. All right, got it torn. And then I'm going to get my paper cutter out because it never tears straight. So I'm going to come in here and cut this off. And then I want this to be 3 inches. I can't remember if that's big enough for my other one. I have to think about it. So would that be enough, or do I need to cut a different piece? Yeah, I need to cut a different piece. Okay. So I cut one more after I cut this one up into 3-inch squares. 3-inch squares is what I'm making here. I'm going to go ahead and cut them all so that they're done, even though I'm not going to make all of these today. Now, you can decorate this waxed paper any way you want. You can paint on it. You can attach a napkin to it. There's all kinds of ways that you can use it. I'm going to go ahead and go down to, I don't know, 4 1/4 inches here and cut this. Save that for something else. Onion skin paper. Yeah, you could use onion skin paper. I have some onion skin paper. It's thinner. All right, so that is 4 by 6. So let me set this aside. I don't need this one. Yeah, I've got some onion skin paper. It's in a box. course, right now, I couldn't show it to you. I must have moved it. That's what happens. I move stuff thinking, oh, I need to put this here. Oh, well. Okay. So, 3-inch square. I'm going to take this at a diagonal, corner to corner here. And then I'm just going to lightly crease it. So it just barely, see the little crease right there? It barely makes a crease. And then I'm going to go the opposite direction and make another little crease. So I've got a little X in the middle. So then I'm going to take this one side, the right side in my case, over and line it up with that line in the middle. And then come this way and overlap it the equal amount here. And then I'm going to fold up the bottom. So what I like to do is just kind of help it a little bit. Like so. Does that make sense? How to do that out of a square? And then once I was ready to fill it, I filled it and then I folded it down. However high that you want to make it. And then I just use, thank you, Jennifer, for this little bottle. I really appreciate you for giving me this bottle. This is Aleene's Tacky Glue in a fine tip bottle that Jennifer gave me from, what the name is that store? Hobby Lobby. So it is called Applicator Bottles, Needle Tip Applicator Bottle. And if you need the number off of it, it is 2086866. So if you're trying to order it online or if you want to go there, that's what you ask for. Because this works really good. I'm able to put just a drop. I put water in my Aleen so it makes it a little bit runnier. Put a little drop there and then kind of push that out. I don't want it to squish all the way to the edge and glue the envelope shut. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here on this edge and on this edge. And then here and here. But I'm not going to go all the way to the tip. Now, if you don't want the sharp pointed tip, you can cut it with your corner punch, or you can fold it down, or you can cut it straight across. So don't think you have to leave it pointy. Now, if you wanted this to have distressing on it before you folded it and glued it, you could do that. Okay. But, well, Sam, we call it plastic wrap, but maybe what you're needing is a parchment paper. I don't know why we call it wax paper. Some people get deli wrap paper. I think that's what you're looking for. Deli wrap is another name for it. Okay, so put that here. So now I've got this skinny envelope that I want to make. So here's what I did first. I took this long ways and I folded in about an inch, maybe half an inch, on both sides. And so that they're even, I just folded them at the same time. No template needed, y'all. Okay, so then what I did was I folded this back around to the correct way. And then I folded up, leaving enough space to hold my contents, but give me a little flap here at the top to close over. So this might be, I don't know, an inch and 3/4 about. And then I'm going to take this top piece a little bit above where the top of my envelope is and fold that down straight. Come on, Linda, get straight. Okay. And then I come in here with my scissors, and I found that if I fold this back over on itself, it's easier to do this all in one go. So I'm going to cut off Trying to get it straight. Cut off this little rectangle and cut this at an angle. All right, and then I'm going to come up here, cut this at an angle, and because this is a corner of the envelope, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one kind of an upward angle. Okay? Do you see what I did there? Okay. Oh, deli paper. That would be good, Heather. I only have a few sheets that somebody else gave me of deli paper. So there is my other envelope right there. And then what I do, baking paper is another. Yep. So I'm just going to come in here and put a little glue on the little tabs. I don't want to go all the way up, but I try to go to the edges and then fold this up. And I like this because I could see that there was something in the envelope when I was looking in my little folder thing, so I knew that there was something there. Yeah, we call baking paper parchment paper. That's what we call it. Yep. So there's another one. All right. So this was made with the intentions that you could come in here and pull out a label, use it wherever you needed. And that's going to go right here. Okay, so now, set this here. Oh, and I redid my other stamped words because they were all willy-nilly and I didn't like how they looked. But I have the clear pocket, and then I put some of the words together that I thought went well together. So now I can find them. Like this one has some blank labels, which I think I'm going to use. I've got my tiny postcard and mason jar and little library card here. And then I've got the word journal. You know what? I'll get those out. And this is kind of handy now because I've got them in these little packets so I can get to them a little bit easier. All right. So now, where are we? Let's do this one. If y'all haven't gotten into the raffle, please do. You're very welcome, Leah. Yeah, you can get ground baking paper now. Yep. Thank you, Julie. All right, so now I've got a piece of sheet music and some elements that we might use. We'll put those right here for a moment. And then I've got a couple stencils. I've got the Outer Orbit stencil, and then this is the stencil from the Planetary Wanderlust kit, which I think after I've sold out of the Planetary Wanderlust kit, I'm going to put that journal, that set of stencils in my shop. Let's use Outer Orbit to start with. Pardon me. There it is. I'm trying to get my messy paper. Turn it over. Now we'll do this side. It's more colorful. All right, so I'm just going to line up my stencil with the edge of the music. I'm going to put one. I find that when I'm distressing, holding this down with the magnet on the magnetic board doesn't work. I have to hold it with my hand. It starts to walk. It just starts walking across my desk. I know, that's weird. All right, what color do I want to do? Let's do Dusty Concord. Did I ever get the re-inker for that? I don't know. I don't think I did. Okay. Well, we're just going to go with it. Purple. This is Dusty Concord. And I'm just going to come in here and do this one. Lee, it's called Planetary Wanderlust. If you go to my digitals, it's right there. If you sort by latest, it'll be first. Oh, I guess I didn't poke this out. I wanted to add a little pattern, but not obscure all of the music. So that's why I decided to stencil. Okay, did I? Oh yeah, the Christmas stencil, the star stencil. Yep. The snowflake one, isn't it? Or not snowflake, was it stars? I can't remember what I called it. I thought I called it snow. So it goes a little darker on this side and lighter on that side. That's okay. All right, so while I've got this out, that back over here, let's flip this over. Yeah, I've already got Dusty Concord out. And I've got the half sheet stencil. So it's 2 different patterns that come in the subscription box. Let's start over here. Come on now, cooperate. Kind of adding that. I'm using these really handy makeup brushes. I use my label maker to label what color they were. If you couldn't tell by looking at the head what color it was. Yeah, there is a printed planner kit. I think so. I think there's a snow one in the Christmas kit. It was a half sheet stencil, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I really need the re-inker. It's starting to be dry. So I'm going to add another color. Where is it? Here we go. Let's do some seedless preserves. That'll deepen it just a little bit. Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. That give us a nice color. Yep, Star of Bethlehem. Yep. All right, I'm going to clean my hands off because stress oxides can get a little messy. All right. Kind of. Yep. Come on. I like the way that looks. Okay. So I'm going to fold it back shut. And I've cut it to be 8.5 by 11. And so now I have some elements here that I thought we would add. So let's kind of look at these and see what we've got going on. What's going on? Okay. I spy with my little eye. Okay, I think I'm going to put this one here. So this is just a pocket that I made out of a mixed media paper that is 3.5 inches by 5 inches. And so I'm just going to fold this up. I glued it to a book page and just left a border on 3 sides so that it made natural gussets. You could also glue strips, 1-inch strips along the edge, half of it on the paper, the other sticking out. I've done that a lot. use a clipboard to hold stencil paper. Oh, good, Susie. That's good. Well, since Margie got, this is a magnetic glass mat, but the glass glares, so I put the brown paper over it, but I can still use the magnetic side. You can hear it. It really, it has a nice magnet. So I've been using this for a little bit. It helps. I don't feel like I have to hold it as hard, which can be tough on your shoulders, you know, trying to hold something down. Oh, I like this with the different star patterns. So the bottom piece I stenciled with Distress Oxide ink, and then I sprinkled glitter embossing powder over the top of it, so you guys get that real sparkly look here. I've got this image from Calico Collage. I think I'm just going to put it right here in the middle. Let's just glue it right there. And look at the words that I stamped out. Let's see. How about universe? Do we want universe here in the corner? I don't have my sun stamp made for myself yet. I cheated and I printed it so I could have it. Hoarding junk bucks, yep. Okay, so that's going to go there. I'll flip this over to this side. Oh, I did that wrong. This one was supposed to go on there. Well, Pookie. Let's see what I can do instead, because I think it needs a little something with it. I do have this. Oh, that would be the same pattern. That might look kind of cool. All right. So now I've got some strips that'll work. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. This is a book page. I'm going to cut it to be, let's see. I'm trying to decide how deep I want it to be. Let's look at this, make sure that I've got it. Yeah, okay. 3.5 inches. That's what I did. I made the other pocket. It was supposed to be for this element, and I picked it up. Got the wrong one. Okay, so let's just go 5.25. And I happen to have a book page here, so I'm just going to do that. I was going to do strips, but sometimes it's just easier. So I'm just going to take this piece, put some glue on the back. Because it's just a single book page, it's not real sturdy. And I don't like cardstock sturdy for every single element. So if you glue it to another book page, I'm just lining it up so there's a little bit of a border here and here. And I'm just going to cut this side off. So I'll just kind of figure out where would be a good spot. And then cut this portion off because I don't need all of that. So if you've got, you know, a piece of paper that's the right size strictly by itself to be a pocket, but you don't have a way to make a gusset, well, use a book page. If you don't have a paper, enough of the same paper to fold it over. But sometimes I like to do it that way because I can get more out of a piece, you know, that little sliver adds up when you're cutting a bunch of these pockets. And maybe I want to make a journal card or a tag or something out of the pieces. So using up book pages to make pockets. Okay. Fold this one up. Using a whole piece of book page too kind of helps. You generally don't have your journal card catching very often. Oh, he kicked you. He doesn't like you no more. That was happening to, was it Sherry? Was it you last week that you kept getting skipped by Junkie Joe? And it's Robin's turn this week. All right, so I want to make sure that I'm still right side up. So let's glue this one down. Stop it, autocorrect. Okay, so I'm just putting glue on the little tabs. Across this way. Okay, we'll put that right here. Give that a moment to adhere. What is everybody working on now? What have you been playing with? Any new supplies that you've been playing with? All right, I'm going to glue this one down. Okay. How about we'll do space. Okay. Oop. You got to stick on there. Just put it right here. All right, so I'll go ahead while those pockets are drying and move this to the inside. And I have another pocket that I wanted to put in here. And this is one of the label pieces. I think I want to go, let's go this way. And I may kind of put it up higher. I was just thinking maybe, oh, you know what? I've got, and this is cardstock weight, but that'll be okay to put it up there. I think this one needs more color. Well, I've got this little piece. So what if we were to kind of add that pop of color there? I'm not in camera all the way, am I? Sorry about that. And my printer kind of ghosted on me, but I'm going to use it anyway. But I thought maybe that might look cute. And I may put it up higher on the page. But I think we need one more layer of something. And this is going to go down here. We're going to have a journal card there. I've got, oh, I've got these stars that I haven't used. I think it needs something with it, though. I've got this little blue piece. I hate to put the star on top of that. Yeah, it kind of blends right in. All right, let's save that piece. I've got this piece. That makes it pop a little bit more. You love the planets, aren't they fun? All right, so I'm going to take this piece, cut it to 2 inches. So I have an extra one here. Okay, I like that. We're getting there. I have a little piece of another gel print. What if that would look like across the bottom, maybe? I don't know, just for decorative purposes. I think we could get away with maybe I thought I saw... I wonder if this is too small. It's close. That fits. I don't know, I may layer that. And then everything moves, see? It ends up different than what I had envisioned. Maybe I'll just put that in the pocket. I was going to put it behind, but I think I'm just going to put it in the pocket. All right, so I want to glue down this piece up here. I'm just going to come over to the edge just a little bit. And then I'll glue this piece kind of where that blank area is. Oh, I hope your back settles down. Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. Robin's reminding me it's time for the raffle. All right, let's put this right here. So this is the checkoff list that I stamped onto some coffee dyed paper. Okay. And then I think I'll just put this one in the corner as a tuck spot. Do I want to put... No. I need a bigger piece if I were going to put a square behind it. And I think I'm just going to leave it. Okay. That will go in the pocket there. We don't have a sentiment on this side, so we could do, I thought I had one already, but I don't see it. Unless this is it. Nope. Ba, ba, ba. I thought I had to-do list, but maybe not. Oh, we can do, how about I did this? I did this as a rubber stamp. She may have had computer problems. She may be busy. So how about I did this? I'll put it right here. Y'all enter the raffle. All right, I'm going to add some distress inks to this piece. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to stamp on top of that where it would have additional stars. I think I'm going to do it. So I'm going to use the confetti stars. No, I'm not. I'm going to use the star wave and just go right around the edge. So I'm not going to use the whole stamp. So you don't have to use the whole stamp. I just went around that piece, stamping over and over until I got it filled with little stars. And then we'll glue this on top. How's that? All right, let's glue this together. All right. Oh, there's a way to make it go side by side on your computer. You have to change the view. So underneath the video, there's little boxes. If you click on each one of those, Margie's, one of those will put the chat beside the video. I was watching one of my old videos, and I was like, where's the chat box? And it was down below, and then I changed the view. All right. So just so I can make sure that I don't get it too far over, I'm going to fold this over on itself, okay? And I'm thinking this can go here. This is going to go down at the bottom. I'll go ahead and glue these together. I have done split screen and had 2 windows open at a time. You can do that. Depends on how big your monitor is if you want to do that, because sometimes it makes it too small. Okay. I'm kind of thinking like that. Just a little layered effect. And then we'll have a journal card in the pocket. All right, so let's fold this up. Okay. Let's put that right here. I may end up putting it in the middle, just so that it's centered off the 2. What do you think? You can't find it? Oh. Well, what I'll do, Margie, is I'll take a screenshot and I'll circle it later and share it on your Facebook page. And then you can be like, oh, that's what you mean. All right, so I'm going to glue this one down. I was rewatching one of my videos where I got myself a Coke and brought it into the room so I could have it. And then I proceeded to bump the glass or cup that it was in, which had a lid, but the lid just flew off and the contents went everywhere. I was like, oh my gosh. So I made sure when I got me a beverage this time that it has a screw-on lid. It's a metal cup, the plastic lid. So even if it falls over, only a small amount will come out where the straw is. You learn in your craft room. Okay. I'm going to glue this right here. I may put a little bit of the, if I can find it. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Cheesecloth. Oh, yeah, I got to do the raffle. I know. Squirrel. Thank you, Susie, for your donation. Thank you. You remember that one? It was like 2020, May 2020. So it came up in my remember when or whatever that Facebook Memories has. Okay. All right, I'll put an acrylic block on there for a moment so that'll smoosh. And then this is going to go right here. So we still see the music underneath. We're just adding a few layers. I could add, I don't know if I want to, but we could add, maybe I'll just put it in the pocket, one of these little tear-off notepads. But I don't want it to cover that up, so that's kind of why I like the idea of the journal cards. Okay, y'all into the raffle while that's drying. Where'd it go? Oh, dear. Okay. So, let's go to the giveaway. And the winner of 200 junk bucks is... Is it Reba? Reba Bird? My screen is really small. Okay, Reba Bird. Congratulations! I'll get that added to your account. And if you're new and you don't know what that means... Basically, when you get to 2,000 junk bucks on your account here, when you're in the chat live, you can redeem those for a $10 off coupon. So you're 200 junk bucks away. I'll get those added to your account. All right, giveaway, reset, and you know, I think I'm going to do this. Okay, so we're going to go and open. So my mother-in-law gave me this, and it is a large dream catcher in that it's not giant, but it's pretty big for journal world. It's 5 inches across. And then it's approximately 12 inches if you take in the length of the feathers that are in here. But I thought this might be interesting for someone that maybe is working on a dream journal, a journal that would have a dream catcher on it. You could always change out the feathers and put different colors on there, or try to colorize them, add some beads to it or something. But I thought that might be kind of fun. You could add to a journal, hang it off the spine, glue this portion directly on the cover. I don't know, just thought that would be fun for somebody. So let's set this over here. Okay, y'all enter the raffle for that. Oh, you just found me today. Well, yay. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're enjoying. And if you have any questions, do feel free to ask. All right, so we got a piece of sheet music. I had a mixed media paper. This was a piece of a book page that I had rolled my brayer off on. This is another piece of this portion, and then rubber stamp, and then punches. So in the pockets, let's see what we've got here. I've got a few little elements. So this is a little notebook that I made. This is a paint chip. So it's a different color, but it was a paint chip, and I just cut it. You can see the text of what the paint chip was. And then I stamped it. I stamped it with the daisy inside geometric pattern on top of there. So just stamp that. And I used the star confetti on the outside edge. I layered another piece of paper that I used Distress Oxide, Dusty Concord, and I think I also used the pinky punk. What was that called? Well, I've already forgotten. Seedless preserves. Okay, and then I had some pages that were already cut into 4-inch strips, and this was just a scrap that I had, so I thought that would look good right there. And then on this side, I've got one of the journal cards that comes in the kit, so I thought that could go there. I may go ahead and put this in front. No, I'll put it behind. Okay. And then on here, I've got this journal card comes in the kit. This is just a plain piece of paper here, so maybe we could put that across the top. That comes in the kit, the little shooting star. Put that over here. I need a journal card for this side. I have a short one. And, oh wait, here's one I could use. I've got a tall, this is coffee dyed paper. So if we were to put that over here, what could we put? Could put the word journal on there. I think that would look good. I may go ahead and just make it a topper, because that fits. I'm just going to make that as a topper. So let's add some Distress inks on here. I know I'm just talking to myself. Hey, April, welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is a scrap of where I used Distress Oxide and Tattered Angels and colored some book pages. I splattered some white paint, and then I stamped. No, I used a stencil. I forgot. This one I used a stencil with Distress Oxide ink. And then while it was still moist, I sprinkled some embossing powder over it, which gave that sparkle in the background. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is put this right here at the top. I don't need this glue. All right, I'm going to glue here. I'm just kind of getting the glue in it and sliding it up a little bit. Okay. So now we got a little pop of color up taller in our journal. What do you think? Hey, hello Janice, welcome. All right, so this guy doesn't seem to like my pocket depth. I probably should have made it where, I wonder if I could do, maybe if it was shorter. That won't quite work. I was trying to figure out a way, maybe if I did it. That barely holds it. Maybe we'll make an altered paper clip here. So if I were to take a paper clip and put it on the page here, we could capture it over to one side. So we just need something to decorate our paper clip. And I think I could probably do both sides. You know, I haven't done an altered paper clip in a while. So I've got, but I use that over here. So I don't want to do that. But I do have this. That's too big. Too big. Ah, here we go. Maybe that would work. Okay, that would work. And then I've got a book page here. So I think what I want to do first is cut a strip of paper here. So I want to make it where it will kind of cover the whole paper clip. So probably 2.5 inches would be more than enough. Do I want it that big? I'm thinking maybe a little bit smaller. So I'm going to cut it to be 2.5 inches long, but maybe about 1.5 inches wide. 1.75 inches, 1.5 inches. Let's do 1.5 inches. It'll be small. It doesn't need to be big. And so what I did was I took this piece of paper and folded it in half and put my paper clip on it. So now what I need to do is just cut a strip that'll fit on here. And I just saw a scrap earlier, but I've got this little scrap. Another scrap. Oh yeah, I saved one earlier, which may not be the right size, but if we layer it together with some other pieces. Okay, I've got some pieces here. All right, so the idea is it's going to come in from the side, and I've got some little pieces of paper here. I'm trying to use up the scraps that are on my desk. I've got another scrap here. All right, so I'm just going to try to use all these pieces wherever I need them. So this was where I'd cut off the edge of a gel print that I made, but I saved it. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to start here. That was upside down. So I'm going to glue this one down over the paper clip. Going right up to the edge. Okay. Then I have this little strip here, so I'm thinking maybe just glue it across the edge there. Did nobody else join? They might be doing other things. I think Margie's just watching because she can't see the chat. Alright, so I'm just gluing that together. I'm going to trim it off on the back side. Okay. And I just want to make sure that I'm not gluing it shut. Alright, so I'm going to flip this over. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and glue this other side, and I can just layer other stuff on top of it. Okay. So, doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to trim it. Alright, let's add, well, might as well just use the same little blue. I'll just put that right here. And trim this off. Alright, so again, I want to make sure that I'm not gluing it shut. So I'm gonna, okay, smooth this out. Make sure they're not glued shut. Oh, here's what I need. I need a little piece of parchment paper. Then I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Alright. Now what if we were to put a little star on here? But I think we need some blue behind it. What if we were to take some of this cheesecloth? Let's see what it looks like. Okay, and if we were to put that down, can you see that? I guess I should put it, hey! Alright, oh, wrong one. This one. You don't want that one. We want this one. Zoom, zoom. That is weird. Huh. Makes funny faces at Margie. Okay, what do you think? Just kind of adding that in here. And I have, we can put star on one side. What do you think? I kind of like that. Alright, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue. And then we'll add the star on top. Put it over to one side more. Okay. Alright, so let's put this down. Like so. Oh! Stuck to me. Alright. I'm just going to move the paper a little bit. Squish it. Alright. Now let's put on this side. I've got a different star. So it's not the same one on both sides, maybe? Or should we do the same one on both sides? Robin left because the cheesecloth page usage was too much for her. Oh, dear. Yeah, that was a gold star. And then here's the silver. I think I'm going to do the silver again. Ah. Ah. That's too funny. Alrighty, we're cooking now. And I put it on this side, didn't I? Yeah. You like that same? Okay, good. How about orbit? Okay. So there, we've got this little piece that will go over both sides. So I just want to make sure that I get over. There we go. I know it's, we've got 2 stars here. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was too zoomed in. I know we have 2 stars here, but I kind of like it. Kind of layered on there. And then on this side. So that these pieces, in fact, if you wanted, you could use the paper clip to hold this one up higher so you get a little layered effect. We could add this star over here. Let's do that. Okay. I like that. I know this is all the same colors, but I thought that kind of looks, you can get the different looks. Okay, got another page done. Now we've got, these are just what I call mop-up papers that I've made. Did you like that? Did I show it long enough that y'all could see it? Okay. I think, what are we going to do here? Okay. I've got mop-up papers where I sprayed a stencil with Tattered Angels, mop it up, and then I spray the back side with some more Tattered Angels. And I think what I want to do right now is I've got my my paper that I'd stamp on, and I've got confetti stars. And what I'm going to do is stamp in this corner. Just kind of add a little pattern. I'm going to do it again on this side. I designed this so that you had had enough that you didn't have to worry about it if you got it, lined up. It just kind of random. All right, now I think while we're at it, I'm going to lay this flat. And I think this is line dot border. I want to stamp it up here. It kind of reminds me of a moon phase, but it really isn't. So I'm not really perfect about getting it stamped because I kind of like it a little bit faded. Okay. And it's easier to stamp when your pages are flat and not have something on the other side. So that's why I stamped that up there. Uh-oh, she broke Junkie Joe. You have doing the mop-up page. Cool, I'm glad you do, Heather. All right, so in the corners here, I told y'all earlier, I printed some of my stamped images because I can't afford to make all of them for myself. And when I did, I then came back in and watercolored them. And I thought that would look really cool in the corner here. So I'm just going to glue this down. So I just took watercolor pencils, and even though I printed it on my computer, I was really careful when I watercolored to not get into the black line too much because I printed it on an inkjet printer. Now, you could spray it with a workable fixative, and what that'll do is lock in the printing so that if you go to watercolor over it, it won't bleed. And I did use some linen cardstock. That's what I printed on. So it's got some texture to it. And I got the word Uranus that goes with it. So we'll just put that right there. Okay. So on this side, I've got made up. Let's do Venus. So I've got Venus. So we'll just put Venus over here. And I guessed at coloring them in that I did a Google search and I was like, well, I think that looks artistic enough. I did spray them with Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist after I was done with the watercolors. On several of them, I used the Saturn spray that's in the Tattered Angels kit, the companion kit. I couldn't get my words out. So although you may not be able to see it, it has a little bit of sparkle to it. I'm trying to decide if I want to put anything over here. You know, we haven't used any of the planner words, but I'm kind of thinking that I don't want to put a planner word on every page, so that as you're using your planner, maybe you want to put something else down. So I'm going to leave those blank. And then I've got another one here. And what did we do last time? Okay. Yep, I'm going to do this star wave. And we're going to stamp it coming in off the corner. Just trying to add a little bit in the corner there. Oh, I know what other stamp I haven't used yet. I kind of like that. All right, so I'm going to get out I think this is called Shooting Star, or either Shooting Star or Star Shower. And I haven't done any embossing powder today. So let's do some embossing. Okay. All right, I'm going to open this up to the inside. And we're going to use gold embossing powder. All right. So I'm going to come in here with Versamark Watermark, Versamark Watermark, only because I like it, because it's kind of juicy. And we're going to stamp it over in the corner here. And let's sprinkle the powder over it. I may bring my embossing powder Saturday, if y'all want it, Jennifer and Heather. All right. I hope I get all my stuff, because I had to contact the printer again and say, hey, you didn't reply to my email, and I need to know you're working on my stuff. So then, because I called and said, could you check on it to the boss, I got 3 emails back that they were working on it. So hopefully they're working on the printed portion of the kit. Kind of like that. It's just, all right, let's do this side. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to, yeah, let's go like this. I didn't make a left and a right shooting star. I don't know. I just kind of adapt. Yeah, uh-oh. Reach for the stars. There you go. All right, we'll put some more embossing powder on here. All right, put away the embossing powder. Come on, Junkie Joe. All right, let's heat this one up. Like it. There's that Christmassy stencil, Julie. All right, I think for this one, I have. Don't I have more? No, okay. I do have these thingies. Okay. I believe what I want to do, this is the sun, and I got creative. I layered on it. I think it's obvious it's the sun, but he got it that time. You like that? So I sprayed the paper first, Julie, with a couple of colors, a blue and a purple, and then I came back with a darker blue and sprayed through the stencil, and that's how I got that. Uh-oh. You're supposed to put him in timeout. Let's put sun right there. Okay. That looks pretty good. We'll flip this over. All right, stick down. And then I've got Saturn. So I colored it. Then I sprayed it with Tattered Angels. Can you kind of see the shimmer on it? Oh, gosh. All right, let's glue this down. All right. I'll glue that across here. Then let's just put Saturn below. Yeah, right there. I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? We got the little stars on the top, adding the sun. There's lots of writing space in this planner. I don't know why, but for some reason I prefer a lot of writing space in my planners. Like, I use very many, but I do have a few that I've used in the past that I really love. And I think I would use this planner journal. I want to make a journal for myself that I will actually use. I haven't done that in a while. All right, let's put this. This is the Mystic Moon phase I'm stamping. Oh, Junkie Joe's being stingy. All right. I like the way this one turned out. I know it's hard to see on your screen, but it has a little bit of purple and teal and a darker purple and a blue that kind of come together. All right, on this side, I've got a couple of little fussy cut elements left. Again, my printer did some smudging, but I think I'm just going to go ahead. Is this white enough? Yeah. If I put just a small bead of glue, I'm going to make this little pocket on the page. Okay, let that dry for a moment and then flip this over. And these are part of the label And here's where I covered it up with washi tape. That's would have said part of Calico Collage here. In fact, they went like this. So I'm thinking of putting this one down here and using that as a little tuck spot. Okay, put that here. I think we'll leave that open. So I've got, let's see here. That would fit in here. So this is a card that I made with the ruled notebook paper. I think call it notebook. I think if you put notebook paper stamp. And then I stamped the star wave over the top of it in blue. And then I had a blue book page that I had brayered over. And then I put it on a piece of cardstock. This is linen cardstock to make a little journal card to go in here. And then on this side, I've got one of the cards from the kit that I thought would look good right there. Okay. I think where I'm at now is I want to go through the back sides of the planner pages and add some elements, because we've got this side, and then on this side maybe I'll go ahead and add that as a tuck spot right here. And where is it? Ah, here we go. All right, so this is the first page. So I'm going to go ahead and stack up my pages over here to the side. There we go. Ow. Where is it? Oh, I'm missing a page I haven't done yet. I got ahead of myself. Okay. I'm glad I was looking. I was going to start decorating these, but I think what I'll do is put it back over here. I've got, this is another journal page that I made where I used the planets. And then I made a pocket here. I think that's upside down. And then I stamped that on the coffee dye paper and just stuck it in the corner just for some interest. I knew something was missing here. Okay. I've got all these pieces of paper here, so I'm just going to move all of my paper clips out of the way. So I just grabbed a bunch of papers and was just kind of laying them around to see how it would work. And I believe what I want to do, this side's going to be relatively easy, so I'm just going to slide these over. I probably don't need all of the paper in each little segment, but I'm going to go ahead and glue most of it, and then I'll trim off some of the papers. I just have a book page as the foundation. I trimmed it down, and I'll show you why, to the height that it is, because of the element that I'm using on the other side of the paper. But you can make it whatever size fits inside your journal. Just kind of collaging. All right, so this piece is going to go here, and I need this piece to go in this corner, so I'll go ahead and glue it down. Because it's underneath everything else. And this is going to go here, and I'm trying to decide, do I go ahead and put the sheet music there? You know, I had another scrap here, and I'm kind of thinking that I want to trim this a little bit. Oh, you know what? I can use it as a torn piece of paper. So if I were to put this across here, it breaks up this piece just a little bit. And if this is behind it, then we get a little break in our decorative. What do you think? What? No one won the boss fight. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. All right. So what I want to do is I want this piece down right now. So I'm going to put glue on here. I want to go up just a little bit so that this will overlap it a tiny bit. And then I'm going to cut off this piece. So I'll just get my paper cutter. Okay. Yay! All right, so I got that piece. Let's go ahead and put some distress ink on there. Okay. So I got that piece. And I think what I want next is this piece to go on here. Thank you, Sherry, for your donation. And I may come over just a smidge. So I've got a piece of the tear-off notebook paper that I'm going to put on here. Okay. So then I want this to be over just a little bit. I'm just trying to get a little collage feeling. I don't know why I picked up this one over the other, but I did. It happens. So now I think I'm going to take this piece and go across the bottom here just for some interest. And it kind of covers up that I don't have anything in that corner. Come back here. Okay. Now, I don't have much, but I do have a little piece. And I'm kind of thinking maybe going up that side. So if I put this here, I should have put this down first, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to put this one down, but over just a smidge. This was some scrapbook paper that I had in my stash, and I sprayed it with some Tattered Angels because it was just bright white. All right, so I'm going to move over just a smidge. I'm okay, it's covering up some of that map. It's just there for background. And then this piece I'm going to glue over the top. Get all your star stamps out. Perfect to go with this kit. All right. Junkie Joe's he's just hangry. Is that it? He's hangry. He didn't get fed today. Oh, dear. Okay. All right. I like that. And then over here, I was going to put this little tear-off notebook paper. So you had some writing space. But I think it needs something on top of there. So, oh, we didn't use this stencil. So what if we did that stencil over it? So I'm just going to get my... What do I want? Do I want... I think a blue. And let's do blueprint sketch. Oh, thank you, Sherry, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm just going to come in here. What I like about using the Distress Oxides like this is you can still write over wherever you put it. Got a mess going on my desk. How's that? So I'm just going to glue this in the corner here. Okay. My star stamp with big, yeah, glitter embossing powder. Yep. Okay, I'm liking this. My thought was to put this down here in the corner. I've also got this little star that I was thinking of putting on here. And maybe this little flag piece. I thought I saw another one. Oh, I do have two. Now, do I want to use the same two? Let's do the same two, and then we could put the nebula, and then that way there's a little tuck spot here in the corner. So first, do I want it this way or this way? I think I want it that way. So I'm going to put a little bead of glue right down this edge, and then stack these two together. Make sure it's not bleeding through to the back side. Now, you could add another piece of paper here if you want this to be smooth all the way across the back. I've got a piece of book page. So what I'm thinking is gluing that over there so my paper doesn't catch, and it'll make it a little bit stiffer. Makes it sturdier. Alright, just trim this off. And then we're going to glue this down in the corner here. So it'll make it a top corner tuck. Lay that on there for a moment. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not over too far, but I'm going to fold my book page over. Make sure we're still good. Yes. Okay. So if we put this right here, that'll work. Did he do it again? It's being stingy. All right, then we'll put nebula right on there. I knew I was forgetting something. I was like, there's a page missing here. All right, then this piece I'm just going to put down here in the corner. I guess we could put it as a tuck spot in case you have a little something that you want to put in that pocket. Lots of variety going on here. Okay. Do we want to also stamp that? You know, we want it. How about we do it in gold? Yeah, we'll do it in gold. So I'm going to stamp it right here. Okay. Get my little container out. Then we'll sprinkle the powder. All right, I'll need to get my paintbrush. I see a little spattering that's stuck to the paper. Put all the tools away. All right, so I'm just getting a paintbrush to come in here and move some of that out of the way. And let's heat that up. Okay. What do you think? Now we got to do the other side. I've got too many little pieces of paper laying here. God, I'm not paying attention. Remember, when you're embossing, don't put your face right over it. But you should start seeing a difference. In my case, it's going from a dull gold to a bright, shiny gold as it heats up. You see that? All right, that's pretty cute. All right, so let's flip this over. So my thought was on this side is I had a book page that I painted that I would put it right down the middle here. Okay, so it's going to go right down the middle. So I'm going to glue this into place. This is a great way if you make your own papers, you know, like mixed media papers, or if you have scrapbook papers, or if you have a digital image, whatever that you find that you want to use. I like this idea of wrapping it around the spine a little bit. This was a mixed media page that I used the stencil and used embossing powder on the stenciled pattern. Okay. And then I have 2 paint chips that I cut my book page to be the same height. And I'm going to grab my Fabri-Tac glue and glue this down as a pocket. And the reason why I'm using the Fabri-Tac glue is it's the back of these and the fronts too is kind of a slick material. And sometimes Aleene's tacky glue doesn't always stick to that surface. So if I use the Fabri-Tac glue, that seems to work for me. I'm gluing this so it's a pocket. Okay. Let that sit for a moment and then let's do this one. Y'all enter the raffle. This will be the last raffle coming up for the dream catcher. I do not know if we got to the goal on the journal today. I'm sure Robin will say so when I look up. All right. Put this over here. Make sure I've got it right side up. Yes, okay. So I'm just smoothing this out. Okay. Then I have a couple more of these pieces from the label that I thought would look cute on top of here. So I'm going to glue those into place. Okay. Yeah, let's go right here. I need to poke a hole in my glue. Come on, get in there. I was missing. There we go. There, it's coming out a lot better. Okay. Put that right here. I'll move it up just a smidge because I want to be able to see the name of the paint chip. So I'm just going to lay my block on top, and then let's do this side. All right, glue that. Okay, Margie! Oh, thank you, Margie. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Susie and Robin, for your donations today. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Margie. Okay, so we got those pieces. And I guess I didn't put any journal cards for the pockets, really. So let's see what we've got here. I made these earlier. There were scraps of coffee dye paper, and I just used the tail of that stamp again to go around the edges. I thought those could be a nice little journal card there. This is just some cardstock, and look here, twinkle twinkle little star, now we find out what you are when unto the midnight sky when the spectroscope apply. I'm going to glue that down. Yay! We're so glad to have you here, Margie. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ladybug. All right, let's put this right here. That's going to go in this pocket over here. I have these journal cards. They're smaller, but well, they'll fit. They don't get lost, so I think that'll work. And then this will go over here. So I don't want to fold it too much up, but I think I'll go ahead and okay. Now let's look at what I have here. So I did this one. Do I want to make that the inside? Why did I open that back up right away? Or I want to make that, I think I'm going to make this the inside. So I'm going to make that the center of my journal, I think. Okay, so put that there for a moment. That's going to go inside the pocket. Put that here. Okay. So I've got a planner page. Let's do one of the mop-up papers. And then I'm going to alternate a planner page. So I'll get from the beginning a little bit going on here. Yeah? All right. And then let's do let's do this color. And one of these. And then let's do the music. And let's do a planner page. And then we're going to do this planner page. I think we got it. And then this one's going to go in the middle. I think that'll look really good. So I'm just going to flip through it real fast before we commit to binding it together. Okay. I'll clean my hands off real fast. I got glue all over my hands, so my hands were sticking. All right. Got a few little pieces we can use if we want. So I'm just going to get those handy here. Kind of flip through this a little bit. I kind of like the color. Popping that in every so often. And here's the center. And then we go back the other way. Okay, I think we're doing good here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all lined up. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go with the last raffle. We're going to start the last raffle is what I'm trying to say. And those that donated can get in on the raffle for this journal. So let me get this ready here. So if you haven't already joined the raffle, do so right now. I'm getting ready to copy. All right here. All right, so let's pick the winner of this dream catcher. All right, Glitter Boss, no one won again. Oh my gosh. What did y'all do to Junkie Joe? Did you make him mad? All right, so let's see who the winner of the dream catcher is. And that winner is Sherry. Congratulations, Sherry. You're getting the dream catcher. I see that not that many people signed up for the dream catcher. Maybe we didn't have enough in the crowd today. All right, let's reset this. And open giveaway. These people have donated today, and as part of your donation, it's a membership on my website. So do make sure you go over to lindaisrael.com and create a user account, and then message me that, hey, I have donated on YouTube. So if you're new and you have not done that, please make sure you do so. And as part of your membership, the day that you are at the live and donate, you get to be in the drawing for the journal that I give away. And these people have donated. We have Janice and Margie and Sherry twice and Susie and Robin and Margie again. So thank you so much, ladies, for your donations. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. Y'all didn't want the dream catcher. I see how you are. Get all my little tools out. I'm going to do a traditional pamphlet stitch. Where's my template? There it is. And I need a needle. And I've got an awl. And I've got clippies. So what I'm going to do now is make sure that I have my journal. The orientation is right. Okay. And I have my pages where I want them located in the journal. So that looks pretty good. So get this one centered a little better. And I picked up these clips. Oh, that's funny. I need the big ones. I picked up some clips at the dollar store that were pink, and Robin happened to go and got me these larger ones. So I have these little ones, but she found these bigger ones. And thank you, because I needed them today. All right, so I've got a little template. So if you need to know how to do a pamphlet stitch, I have a template on my website. You can do pamphlet stitch, and you should be able to find blog posts that show you how. I'm going to take a Tim Holtz Craft Pick Tonic Studio pick, and we're going to go all the way through all of our layers, but you want to make sure your pages are in a V. They're all nested together. 3 holes. It's important, if you're going to be binding to a large cover, that you mark your template. This is top and bottom, and that you always do the same pattern. Otherwise, your journal pages inside will be off kilter. Ask me how I know. 1, 2, 3 times the height of my journal. Cut that. Got back in here. All right. I had my needle laying here. Okay. Dealing with a million things. We all are, Leah. That's what happens. Life, you know. When we were kids, so many of my friends were like, I can't wait to be an adult. I'm like, why? You have to work all the time. You have to figure out what's for dinner. Who knew that your whole adult life, that your biggest decision every day is, what are we going to eat? You type exclamation point award, Leah. Exclamation point award. All one word. Okay. Put that through. Come on. Why aren't you going today? Really? Did I miss it? Okay. My watch is going off. Oh, okay. So I'm just doing a pamphlet stitch. So I'm just making sure that I don't pull the thread all the way through. I've gone through all the layers and move the thread out of the way in the center. Go back through the center hole. There you go. Right. Come on. All right, so I'm going to make sure that this is all nice and tight. Pull that thread under the first one. So I'll make sure it's tight out here. I'm using wax linen thread, if you didn't know. And I sell these needles, bookbinders needles in my shop. I have a few left still. They're a heavy duty needle so they don't bend or break. All right, I'm going to leave that long in case we want to put a charm on it. My nose itches. All right, put my tools away. Back where you belong. Get rid of a couple of things here. In case I want any of that when we're going through it. That away. Oh, there's still a paper clip. Oh, that's where I haven't stamped yet and signed it. So this journal made by Rubber Stamp. It's in my shop. So I'm just going to stamp it on a scrap of coffee dyed paper. Okay. Get my pen. I'm thinking I'll sign it underneath more. And this is 5/15/2023. And I don't need the whole length of this, so I am going to take my paper cutter. I notice there's a rip, so I'm just going to cut that to be a little bit smaller. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I lost my distressing tool for a moment, but I found it. Oh, thank you, Julie. I'm glad you like the needles. All right, so I'm going to put that, I'm going to put it right in the middle. Okay. And I think, yeah, I see that now. Oh, don't do that to me. I had something of my paper stuff spill because I didn't put it away correctly. See, that's what happens. You make a mess. Come on now. You cooperate. You go in here. I didn't put it back in my little pocket, so they were loose, and it turned upside down, and everything fell out. But now it's going back where it belongs. There we go. Okay, don't need these. But I do need maybe some journal cards. I just got this one. Put that in here, but I think I'll put this guy right there. Okay. All right, so the front has the large oversized journal card that I stamped with the Mystic Moon phase, and the pocket is actually from the label that comes with the planner kit. So you can get it as a digital download or you can get it as a physical printed kit. I have a few of those left. And then inside the first pocket here, I made this little folio that holds some stamped images, words, and stars and little tags that you can use throughout the journal. So where we didn't really customize the journal, you could add more. I even added like destiny is calling. Those types of phrases are in there. It's blank on the back, so you could add a pocket to this if you wanted to have a little bit more, or you have writing space here that you can use. And then flip this over. So this will be a 1 month spread, so you can write in all your little dates of things. And then over here I did some stamping, and this is also a rubber stamp that I fussy cut and colored with some watercolor pencils. Did some stamping here with the gold embossing powder. This is the back side of one of the planner pages. This will be printed on, what is that called? 32-pound copy paper that's a laser printed. And then here I did some more stamping. This is the outer orbit stencil in the background. Made a little pocket. It says, I've loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. And this journal card comes in the kit. And then I use music in the background and another one of these little journals that I made where I stamped on top of a paint chip. So this will go back under here. I made an altar paper clip to help hold it in place because it was flopping around. And then by doing so, I made it two-sided. So even though this is a shorter card than what it appears to be, it kind of gives us a nice little layered effect here. And this is part of the label again. Okay. One of the fussy cut kits, and then this is the notebook paper. And I put it on a couple other layers of paper. This is nice and thick. Kind of like it. And then the stamping again. And then over here, I've got another one of those little cards I made. One of the kit cards. This is a paint chip. And this is one of the fussy cut on the label that I put here. Then flip this over. So this will be the center of our journal, and this is a tuck spot. So if you have something you want to put there, you could put something there. And I think for now, I think it looks good. You know, you could go back and grab some of the sayings or even like notes or plan or to do, that kind of thing, and put it on here if you wanted. But I'm going to leave it blank. Over here, I just had a piece of scrapbook paper that was blue, so I stuck it in here with the element from the kit. The other paint chip, another one of the label pieces. Rubber stamped again, watercolor, stamped and stenciled, mop-up papers. I don't know. I had fun with this kit. I hope you like seeing what I've done. And the color's fun, Margie. You know, to give you some ideas. Yes, I like color. I'm not much of a sepia tone girl. But hopefully you can see it's really not that difficult to play with color. Don't be afraid to play with color. Just add it. And you're going to just love how it adds that little pop. You can add small pieces. You know, I did over here, you know, little pieces of paper, but it makes a big statement with all that colors. And I like how this page kind of frames this one. To-do list stamped on here. Alternating too between stamping at the top and adding pockets, and you know, kind of helps even out the bulk in your journal. Because I put some fussy cut elements at the top, it's not near as divoted at the top as it could be. Little piece there, and then this is the back. So it's another one of these little journals and a journal card. And I didn't put a tie on it. My thought was if you had a exterior journal cover, you could put it in that and be able to take it out and write in it. And then when you're done, you put it back in your cover. Good. I'm glad, Heather. I'm so glad. Yay. I think now I know that 3 people are coming. I'm not positive. I need to get with Jennifer before like Wednesday or Thursday. Jennifer, Heather, and Sally, I think, are coming Saturday so far that I know of. If you're listening to my voice and I said your name, you need to let me know that you're coming Saturday. Or want to come. You're going to be able to come. Oh, you got the Sweet Calico book? Cool. Yay. I'm so glad. Well, I hope you enjoyed the live stream today. We're going to pick the winner now of the journal. And I'm going to get off here early. I think this turned out really well. I hope you guys and gals like the way it looked. I'm really liking it. So much fun. We're going to make some mixed media papers on Saturday, y'all. I'll bring my embossing powder. If you have a heat tool, bring a heat tool. I didn't put that in the list, but that might be handy to have. Okay, let's pick a winner. And let's see, we have Janice, Leah, Sherry, Margie, Robin, and Susie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And that was giveaway 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's extra? Leah. Aha. So, Leah, you didn't donate today. If you want a chance to win this journal, you need to make a donation of any dollar amount. I'll give you a moment to do that in case you wanted to be in on the raffle and your name got pulled. And then you're like, why didn't I win? Well, you didn't donate. Let's see. I don't know what I want to do next week. I'm contemplating a couple of things, ideas, probably something on the lines of, as I drop stuff, making journal layouts on papers. So basically on pages. I've got a big journal that I've been working in, and I think I worked on it a few weeks ago. So I may get it out and we'll just do some page decoration in there. To give you all some inspiration on making pockets and journal cards and decorating the page all together. So that's probably what we'll do next week. All right, so I think I gave her, yay! I gave Leah a little bit of time. I'm waiting just a little bit longer. And I want to pick a winner of the journal today. And that winner is Margie. Congratulations, Margie. You won the journal today. Whoop, whoop. I hope you like it. You're not going to get it right away. I'm going to use it Saturday as an inspiration for all the people coming to my workshop. Oh, thank you, Leah. I appreciate it. I like how it turned out. I think it looks really good. So congratulations. Thank you so much, Margie. I greatly appreciate you. I greatly appreciate all of you for being here and all of your donations. Y'all amazing. Thank you, Leah. Thank you. Well, you were in, lady. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun. Yay! Oh, you would like to gift it to Robin? Okay, well, thank you, Margie. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. She loves planners. That's her favorite. And this one has lots and lots of writing space. Lots and lots of writing space. Robin, you can't have it. I'm going to just keep it. Alrighty. Well, I guess I'll get off here. Henry will be home shortly. We'll probably have some dinner. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Do something creative. Do something fun. And, if you're having a creative block, then get in your little space and organize something. And maybe that'll spark an interest to get creative. Do something friendly. Do something to encourage someone else to be showing a little bit of kindness in our world, because maybe, just maybe, that little bit of kindness, if we each do it, will make a big difference in our world. All right. Y'all very welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, Robin says. Well, you just have to come get it. Let's see you do that. Alrighty, y'all. You have an amazing week, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun. Y'all take care. Lots of love, everybody. Bye bye.